Well, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. Hope you guys had a great day today. Let's get right into it. So we got Drake. He said he's releasing a new album. Well, it's not a new album. Okay, let's get that straight. It's a compilation of old material, but people are calling it a new album. It's called like something pack or something. I don't know. It comes out tomorrow. It has a mix. It's called the Care Package, and it has like the motion, trust issues, my side, a bunch of stuff that was thrown out before, but it never was on like streaming platforms. So that's coming out tomorrow. But that brings me to my question. Is this going to be on Cash Money, Young Money, or is it going to be on Frozen Moments, his thing? This is the real thing. And is this going to count as a mixtape towards his deal? Drake has the most complicated deal. He has more than enough albums to get off of his contract. He has 5 main albums. He has like 3 mixtapes. He has 3 or 4 mixtapes. He has plenty of material to get off. Okay, the Scorpion I thought was his last album, but then this last thing that came out after the championship, the part of it was on Frozen Moments and part of it was on Cash Money. Very weird. So like the explicit version was Cash Money, but the non-explicit version was Frozen Moments. Is Birdman, is he never going to be done doing business with Birdman, or what? What's really going on there? I think we're all confused about Drake's status and his deal. I think we all kind of want to see him go independent and really get that money, like Chance the Rapper, even though I don't think Chance the Rapper's really independent. I mean, Chance the Rapper just sold a lot of albums because he packaged his album with Lyft, but that's a whole nother story. Lyft, the Uber Lyft type thing, whatever it's called. Somehow where you take a Lyft, you get the Chance album for free or something. I don't know, something like that. G. Malone was on The Breakfast Club, and, he's came under scrutiny for his Tupac video that came out, where he shows the perspective of Orlando Anderson. And he also put something up there where, on The Breakfast Club, he said that he felt like Snoop Dogg was a better or a greater rapper than Tupac, something like that. And he said Snoop was always bigger than Tupac. Now, I'll agree with him on the fact that Snoop was bigger from like 93 to 95 or something like that. And then after that, when Tupac got to death row, he kind of took over and it was his time. But I honestly, as a fan and being really young around that time, right? I was a kid. So the way I always looked at it was nobody was ahead of anybody. You looked at death row as a unit, and it was like, oh, I can't wait for this to come out of that. I didn't look at things like who was bigger than who or what, because Snoop Dogg to me was just as big as Pac, and Pac was just as big as Snoop Dogg. Not till after the fact that Tupac passed, you kind of hold Tupac even higher, because it's like he's not here anymore, and we all want what we can't have. But Snoop has had arguably one of the biggest rappers of all time, because just he's iconic, you can't say hip hop without saying Snoop Dogg, it's like that with certain rappers like Nas, and obviously Jay-Z, just people that are just stamped 50 Cent, they are hip hop, So yeah, so then Snoop Dogg reacted to this. He wrote out a long thing where it goes, he says, Daz and the whole DPG Death Row clique provided Tupac with the sound of his greatest album, All Eyes on Me, or was it album ever? So get your facts right. Okay. Then he said, if Pac was alive, he would have been all what I am, and then some of, and some. He was a beast in the studio. A real friend who taught us better work ethic and how to stay on it like we do. Then he said, I am and always will be a part of. Tupac is a part of me. A brotherhood. None of y'all can break glasses. Keep pushing your line. Ain't no INT. All right. Then we got ASAP Rocky. He testified today, and he just wants a fair trial. He kind of breaks down everything that, happened during the debacle, whatever you call it, that happened in Sweden, of the people picking on
the cops because we didn't know the number to 911. And for some reason that day in Sweden, Uber didn't want to work either. We were having problems with Uber and we were having problems with the scooters. The guys walked back up to us where Tim is standing, and they started to approach him. At this moment, both of the guys attacked Tim. That's when I intervened and I threw to the ground and I stepped on his arm. I kicked his arm and I punched him or shoved him. And at that moment, my friends came to help, and Tim also arrived. At that moment is when I stood up and I turned around. I saw a friend charging at me. He and I, we pushed, we shoved for a bit and pulled.
I mean, honestly, this is kind of what we saw in the video, and we all assume that happened. I don't think ASAP Rocky went over there to start trouble with people. Obviously, we saw with Future's bodyguard, people start trouble with these guys sometimes, and they're allowed to defend themselves, and unfortunately, in Rocky's case, he was in Sweden, and he wasn't able to get out of Sweden before they locked him up, and then, this is what's happening. And they've held him for 3-4 weeks now. He's lost maybe more than that. He's lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, probably $100,000 at least, just from concerts and stuff. It's just not. It's not fair, man. And unfortunately, now we have to treat it like he's a hostage. Sweden's trying to make a point of some kind, and it's disgusting. Anyways, guys, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will check you guys on the next video. You guys are awesome. Thank you.